Amber Heard was Hollywood's golden girl, the fresh-faced actress who could light up a red carpet and headline billion-dollar blockbusters. But in the age of viral court clips and TikTok trial breakdowns, stardom isn't safe. Overnight, Amber went from premieres, endorsements, and magazine covers to becoming the internet's most infamous target. Live-streamed testimony became memes. TikTok timelines decided guilt before juries even deliberated. Sponsors went silent, and headlines turned vicious. How does a Hollywood starlet become one of the most hated women in America? And how did social media amplify the fall, turning a courtroom dispute into a cultural spectacle? Rise to Hollywood. Amber Heard arrived in Hollywood like so many hopefuls. Texas in tow, small-town ambition, and a head full of dreams. Fresh-faced and determined, she began her career with small television appearances and minor film roles. Early credits were humble: guest spots on procedural dramas, minor parts in ensemble casts. They didn't make headlines, but they mattered. Each role was a stepping stone, a way to learn the craft, network, and get noticed in the notoriously cutthroat entertainment industry. Her breakout moments came in the late 2000s with Never Back Down and Pineapple Express. Suddenly, Amber wasn't just another name in casting directories. She was someone casting directors, audiences, and tabloids started to remember. Her performances were confident, versatile, and effortless, marking her as an actress who could balance drama, action, and comedy. Hollywood was taking notes. Amber had the classic Hollywood package: striking features that lit up the screen, a camera-ready presence that made her shine in close-ups and wide shots alike, and a surprising range that allowed her to navigate both indie dramas and big-budget studio comedies. Magazines quickly took notice, labeling her as the next big thing. Fashion brands wanted her face on billboards. Red carpets became her second home, a space where photographers, fans, and industry insiders alike watched her every move. Interviews and magazine features emphasized her charm, intelligence, and style, all the qualities that make a young star marketable in Hollywood. In 2011, Amber co-starred in The Rum Diary alongside Johnny Depp. The film itself wasn't a blockbuster, but it marked a turning point in her life, both professionally and personally. Behind the cameras, Amber and Depp began a connection that would evolve into one of Hollywood's most scrutinized relationships. Their pairing generated tabloid buzz even before the romance officially made headlines, positioning Amber not just as a rising star, but as someone intertwined with one of the industry's most iconic figures. Her career continued to ascend with a defining role in DC's Aquaman. As Mera, she stood shoulder to shoulder with Jason Momoa in a billion-dollar franchise hit. The film catapulted her into global recognition, giving her a franchise role and cementing her Hollywood momentum. Suddenly, Amber was no longer just a promising actress. She was bankable, headline-worthy, and part of a cinematic universe with international fans. Interviews, press tours, and magazine spreads amplified her fame, solidifying her status as a recognizable Hollywood figure. For a time, Amber's trajectory seemed unstoppable: young, talented, bankable, and famous. She had everything a Hollywood star dreams of: industry respect, public recognition, and a career that could have sustained her for decades. But beneath the glitz and glamour, cracks were forming. Personal decisions, public scrutiny, and private struggles were quietly building tension. These underlying pressures, invisible to most fans, would eventually explode into a scandal powerful enough to eclipse everything she had worked for, changing the course of her life and career forever. Marriage and Accusations. In 2015, Amber married Johnny Depp, Hollywood royalty with decades of fame and wealth. The union seemed perfect on paper: yachts, magazine covers, red carpet glitz. But behind the flashbulbs, the marriage wasn't what it appeared to be. By 2016, Amber filed for divorce, accusing Depp of abuse and securing a restraining order. Tabloids published photos, headlines screamed scandal, and global attention fixated on the couple. Depp denied the claims, asserting he was the true victim. What had started as a high-profile romance had morphed into an international controversy. The divorce settlement was $7 million, money Amber pledged to donate to charity. Initially, it was lauded, a gesture of goodwill. But later, in court, that pledge would be scrutinized. The public had already formed opinions, and rumors, leaks, and anonymous reports fanned the flames. Then, in 2018, Amber published an op-ed in the Washington Post, framing herself as a survivor of abuse without naming Depp. The subtext was obvious, and studios began to hesitate. Brands backed off. Agents warned of reputational risk. The cultural moment magnified everything. Me Too was at its peak. Activists praised her bravery, while Depp's supporters accused her of opportunism. A personal dispute had become a political and cultural lightning rod. Depp responded with lawsuits across multiple countries. He lost in Britain, but set the stage for an American defamation trial that would become a global media event. A marriage that began in romance had turned into a legal battlefield stretching over years, and the world was watching. The trial. By 2022, the Depp vs. Heard trial had exploded into one of the most watched legal spectacles of the century. What might have been a private civil case became a global event, streamed live for 6 consecutive weeks. Millions tuned in across TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter, turning a courtroom into the ultimate stage for public fascination. But make no mistake, this wasn't just a trial. It was performance, drama, and media frenzy all rolled into one. Amber Heard's testimony quickly became viral content. Clips were clipped, shared, and memed faster than any breaking news story. Every pause, every emotion, every inflection was analyzed by commentators, influencers, and casual viewers alike. When she cried, viewers accused her of acting. When she maintained composure, she was labeled cold or unfeeling. Even her body language was weaponized. No gesture, no sigh, no glance went unexamined. In a sense, every viewer online became part of a digital jury, weighing, judging, and passing verdicts in real time. Meanwhile, Johnny Depp's legal team built a meticulous narrative. Their message was clear. Amber's 2018 op-ed in the Washington Post had ruined Depp's career, costing him blockbuster roles, endorsements, and millions of dollars. Emails, contracts, and testimonies painted a picture of a man wronged, a career destroyed by public defamation. The strategy was simple but devastating. Amber manipulates, Johnny suffers. Every argument, every exhibit, every cross-examination moment reinforced that story. Amber Heard fought back fiercely, presenting text messages, photos, and witnesses to validate her account. She aimed to demonstrate that her statements were truthful and that she had suffered abuse. But under the intense scrutiny of cross-examination, inconsistencies emerged. These moments, often subtle in the courtroom, became gold for viral creators. TikTok hashtags like #JusticeForJohnny racked up billions of views. Memes, parodies, reaction compilations, and commentary videos circulated at lightning speed. The internet, in effect, had become an omnipresent jury, amplifying every perceived weakness and magnifying every dramatic moment. Outside the courthouse, the spectacle spilled into the streets. Crowds camped overnight to witness Depp's and Heard's arrivals. Fans cheered or jeered, waving signs and holding cameras to broadcast their reactions live. The courthouse steps became a theater of public opinion, where social media and real-life fandom collided. While jurors remained sequestered, the cultural tide outside was undeniable and completely unmissable. When the verdict finally came, it was decisive. Depp was awarded over $10 million in damages, while Heard's counterclaim earned her $2 million. On paper, the legal system had spoken, but socially, the impact had long since been determined. By the time the gavel fell, public opinion had already rendered its verdict, amplified by billions of clicks, shares, and viral posts. The trial wasn't just about law. It had become a cultural phenomenon, forever changing how the world views celebrity, social media, and justice in the digital age. Consequences. The fallout was immediate. Petitions demanding Amber's removal from Aquaman 2 garnered millions of signatures. Hollywood studios hesitated. Brands paused campaigns. The career that had seemed destined for superstardom became radioactive. Financially, the verdict was crippling. Ordered to pay over $10 million, Amber's options were limited. Reports of property sales, asset liquidation, and relocating abroad surfaced. The goal was twofold: save money and escape the relentless press. Public perception had shifted. Online, Amber became shorthand for dishonesty. Memes flooded social platforms, drowning supportive voices. Interviews dried up. Even ongoing projects saw her role reduced. Casting rumors swirled, replacements were suggested, and every public appearance reignited controversy. The trial ignited debates over online harassment and #MeToo culture. Some argued she was memed into villainy, judged by viral edits more than evidence. Others saw accountability in the verdict. Either way, the consequences were tangible: a shattered public image and a career on pause. Amber's survival strategy became retreat. Red carpets were replaced by private sets. Public statements became rare. And in today's digital age, that silence is often the only way to endure when fame flips into infamy. Amber Heard still works, but mostly in smaller overseas projects, far from Hollywood's billion-dollar franchises. To some, she's a cautionary tale of dishonesty. To others, she's a reminder of how the internet can destroy a reputation faster than any court can. The trial defined her more than any film, magazine, or award. Fame flipped to infamy, and social media ensured it stuck. Every red carpet, interview, and casting rumor is now viewed through the lens of that courtroom drama. Rebuilding from this kind of collapse, it may take a lifetime, if it's even possible. And if you thought Amber Heard's downfall was shocking, just wait. Next episode, Andrew Tate, the self-proclaimed Top G, whose empire of cars, casinos, and courses crumbled into handcuffs and headlines. In the world of the rich and reckless, the fall is always faster than the rise. Thanks for watching. Please like the video, press the subscribe button, and also drop your thoughts in the comments section.